The 1102nd episode of One Piece starts with Kuma flying among the clouds like an airplane. Kaku was stepping on Sentomaru mercilessly, telling him to be proud of fulfilling his role as a bodyguard, but now he'll have to pay for it. Rob Lucci says that Vegapunk is causing too many problems, so it's better to finish him off once and for all. Stussy tells Rob Lucci to stop being impatient, but he doesn't care. If they keep stalling, Vegapunk will manage to escape. Back at the laboratory, the old man says that as everyone can see, he is the government's main target. It's tough being a genius because everyone is always trying to pick your brain to see if you'll become the next Albert Einstein. Nami asks if they really want to go after the old man, since he's the smartest man in the world, so for them, that would be like shooting themselves in the foot. And he says that the big shots in the government must think so, since he created inventions that greatly benefited the Navy. He innovated Kairos navigation technology, turned animals into cyborgs, and most importantly, he created the Seraphs who can use devil fruit powers. The old man is like Swiss Army knife, 1001 utility, but none of that really matters, because he asks what they would do if this misunderstood genius rebelled against them and became their enemy. Nami says he's right. In that case, she would tear the old man's head off without mercy. She'd give him a good beating. Usopp already trembled in fear after the woman's intimidating power. Vegapunk says he has no intention of rebelling, but the government idiots swear he will. He says his situation is too bad, and Usopp tells him not to pretend it's not his fault. But the old man says that even with all this happening, right at the moment a Yonka's crew appears, so this must be fate. Usopp gets angry asking if he's going on a boat ride with them. Frankie then, oh my buddy, he was thrilled to say he's got plenty of surprises to show them, but Nami didn't quite like the idea. She said if he boards the Sunny, they'll also become targets of CP0. And of course, Mr. Smooth Sanji already agreed with the lady. Oh, owner of all the wisdom in the world, step on my face. Robin says it's really risky, but Vegapunk took the Sunny as a hostage, so they'll have to do what he says. What an excuse. She loves adrenaline. Do you really think with that monster protecting the Sunny, anyone can lay a finger on the ship? Nami goes, yeah, right? What a mess. And Sanji, don't worry, my dear, relax, daddy's got you. Vegapunk says he's counting on them, and the Supreme Dude tells him to at least release them from those damn boots of hell. They've been stuck in them for over 5 episodes. The researchers rush to rescue Atlas, who was in bad shape after Rob Lucci blew up her jar, and they already called the mechanics to fix her before she goes kaput. Bonney starts threatening the poor guys to tell her where Vegapunk was, but Jinbe goes, hold on there, partner, you think you're at your own home? Luffy was impressed with all the technology in the laboratory, and Bonney was almost the same, but totally the opposite, and she started wrecking the laboratory. Vandals are complicated. She wanted to cosplay as Sabo and grab that iron stick to play golf with the old man's head. Chopper asks where the girl is going, but she says that if Vegapunk sent bugs after her when she asked him to bring her father back, he might as well go eat and drink. Kaku says they finally got control of the Seraphs after turning Sentomaru into roasted pork. Rob Lucci even wiped out one of Vegapunk's satellites, so there were only 6 left, including the old man. But the problem was how they were going to get into the laboratory, since the barrier was practically impenetrable. Rob Lucci says it's all good, because he won't let a single ant leave this island alive, so he orders the agents to destroy all the ships and block all the exits, because they can't escape in any way. At the red port at the foot of the red line, Kuma kept flying at full speed. Until a little while ago, I had no idea this guy could fly, but knowing how to fly is easy. He just doesn't know how to land, and he parked his head in the middle of a giant mountain that Red World government. I'm telling you, he was so jealous of God Usopp, I mean, Sogeking setting fire to the government flag in Eni's lobby, that he decided to destroy the entire government island. After that wonderful landing, he starts falling from up there like a meteorite, making a crater in the ground and scaring all the residents. There were rumors spreading that he had escaped from the land of the gods a few days ago, the invincible slave of the celestial dragons taking a stroll on Government Island. Why not, right? And since everyone was calling him a monster, the guy is too humble and decides to fulfill the people's wishes. So just by blinking his eyes, everyone started running away in fear. But the dad of the year wasn't doing well at all, and he was as tired as if he had just finished a 3-week marathon. A snitch in the newspaper told people to hide because Daddy Kuma arrived, and was shouting to call the Navy because this guy was dangerous, since he had no human conscience, so no one knows what goes on in his head. The government nutjobs had already blocked all the exits on the island. Now they just had to send Vegapunk to the cleaners. The problem was how they were going to get the old man out of there, since that barrier was practically impenetrable. Stussy asked if Rob Lucci is really going to ignore the Navy's order not to attack the Straw Hat crew, but he doesn't give a damn, says he won't accept Luffy as a Yonko no matter what, and Stussy is speechless to describe so much foolishness. Back at the laboratory, Shaka realizes they're blocking every corner so no one can leave the island, not even through a sewer. He wanted to sneak off the island, but Vegaforce can only fly within the island. Lilith already has some cannons ready to avenge Atlas and blow up CP0's head, but Pythagoras ruins her fun and says it's going to be pretty hard for the agents to get up there with that barrier, and since they're not stupid, they shouldn't even go near those nutjobs. But Lilith didn't like the idea, and asks if they want to just wait in the laboratory until CP0 waves at the window. Vegapunk says their only objective is to escape the island, but with that tiger all high, I don't know if he'll just let let everyone go for free like that. And of course, Lilith agrees. Right, they're going to have to beat the world government to a pulp to get out of this. But Shaka says they can't do that. And Lilith asks what's wrong with attacking those nutjobs who want to wipe them out. But their only goal is to get the old man off the island safely. And Lilith says they won't be able to do that without smashing those clowns' faces in. And the old man was just like, hold on there, kiddo. So Shaka says since they're just satellite, it's no problem if they have to sacrifice themselves to save the old man. But Lilith hates his fancy pants attitude. Sanji was just taking a puff of that chocolate cigarette of his and asks why Luffy doesn't hurry up. And Usopp asks what they're going to do now, because those nutjobs are just trying to pick a fight with the world government. Nothing they haven't done before. Right, Robin says that even if they don't want to fight, it all depends on the Vegapunk's decision. But Nami doesn't even want to imagine being chased by that tiger again, especially in this new psycho version of his. Everyone was trying to decide what to do, and Pythagoras began to come up with a bunch of ideas for new invention. But now is not the time for that, my friend. The old man was feeling sad because Sentomaru had turned into a donut. That's what he gets for being so loyal. While everyone was in despair, Pythagoras said they still had a chance to escape because they still have an ally out there. But Edison said that if she helped the Vegapunks, she'll also be hunted by the government until the last day of her life. And do you think the old man cares about that? He already grabbed the Didenmashi and asked for help because they're in big trouble. And the person on the other end said they were just waiting for the old man to give the orders. So they began to celebrate that they had gotten help and prepared to go to the Straw Hat ship. Lilith said she would take them flying out of the island like Vegaforce. Shaka told her to hurry up, and the girl turned into a beast. Vegapunk told the Straw Hat that they're ready to go to the Sunny. All 7 Vegapunks. Usopp was thrilled. Frankie almost had a heart attack with the 7 greatest scientists in the world on the ship he built. Nami didn't like the idea before. Now she'll have to take all 7 Vegapunk. It's only going to be more trouble. But this time, she was alone in this, because Sanji got all excited that Lilith was coming along and said they were more than welcome. Out of nowhere, a demon showed up shouting that he would finish Vegapunk off. Bonney asked how he was able to use those bugs to escape, but it was actually her who attracted the bugs with that choppy lightsaber. Luffy told Bonney not to kill the old man because he promised Sweet Cake he would get him off the island safely. But security was about to end because out of nowhere, the laboratory's defense system was deactivated. And how could that be possible if only the Vegapunks had access to the control room? Kaku was already saying that today was their lucky day, but Rob Lucci told him to wait because it could be a trap, but they couldn't let such a golden opportunity slip away. So Pinocchio flew off and said, "Follow me, everyone." And after seeing that it wasn't a trap, Rob Lucci said that luck had really abandoned Vegapunk. Stussy managed to see the Straw Hat ship parked up there in the cloud. They said that's why they hadn't seen the ship down there, and Kaku was surprised that there was even a robot. So the cowardly bunch decided to destroy the Sunny because then they wouldn't have a way to escape. Out at sea, there was a whole battalion of Navy warships arriving with reinforcements at Egghead, led by none other than Kizaru, who was surprised that the Straw Hat had joined forces with Vegapunk, so it'll be a piece of cake for the old man to escape from the island. But the Admiral said he believed things wouldn't go exactly as they imagined, since he's bringing a little surprise with him. So he ordered them to continue with the plan to send all the Navy ships to Egghead, because the kids have had their fun. Now it's time for the grown-up to play, and the episode comes to an end.